oil, and people was dragging him all over social media. So today I was able to listen to his response on Angela Yee, and he responded to the allegations, people saying stuff about him. And I want to say this: when I originally watched the video, I laughed because I was like, "Oh my God, this is funny, this is hysterical." And then I sat down and I thought about it. I said, "Well, it's gonna be some people that's not gonna like this because of the simple fact that this is Diddy and it's dealing with assault and it's dealing with all type of stuff." So I was like, "Let me sit back, let me see." Now, when I went back and I slept on it, I said, and I saw his apology, I said, well, he was probably feeling the same way I was feeling. Let's apologize. It got misconstrued. He just was just caught in the moment. Then you guys, Carlos King, he released. He did an article. He went to some news outlet and he said that Armon got caught up in a moment. Now, when you are, when you are a person that's like Armand, get a lot of support and you got a lot of following, and then sometimes people just say he do some controversy. I knew it was going to be some pushback, but it's a lot of people saying this is his downfall, and I'll say I totally disagree. And let me tell you why. The reason why this is not his downfall, he's still on Edgy radio show. He still reached millions of people. He still gained over 30-some thousand subscribers. He still have the strong support system. He was featured on many news outlets as well. And I think that Armon is just in this maturity state and this maturity level to say, hey, let me apologize. Because he didn't have to apologize. He could have did what the old Armon do, crash out, argue, cuss people out, block people. But in this instance, he really, he thought about it. He left an apology. And he had people to really look at him and say, hey, let's get into this apology. And he apologized. So I just think that it's going to pass. People just going to say stuff about him. People going to trash him. People going to dog him out. But it's also the love. People going to show love. And you got to just be focused on the people in your life that support you. You can't be worried about the noise. You can't be worried about the noise. Somebody said, hey, Wiley, Omar's maturing and growing, so that's good. They said he'll be fine. This too shall pass. And I was like, what's the deal? Because I laughed because, I did the whole more oil on my platform. I talked about because I went to his platform and he was talking about more oil. Now, mind you, let's go back to his page. Armon on his show, he put baby oil on himself. And it's a joke. He said, more oil, more oil, more. It's a joke. And the reason why it got blown out of proportion on the outside is that the media took it and spun it in a negative light. You understand, the media does not like people like the Armon Wiggins show that's coming in, getting all this support, getting all this, being the ear in the streets, being this new media force. So that anytime the media feel like they can spin a narrative, they're going to spin a narrative. So what the media said, Diddy supporters is bathing in baby oil outside. That's a lie. Armon Wiggins is not a Diddy supporter. And it was only one person that had baby oil, and I feel glad. There was only one person that had it. But doing it outside, I can understand why people would say, you know what? Maybe that was wrong to do it outside. If he would have did it on his show, it wouldn't have been no topic of discussion. But doing it outside, people. So I don't know what Angela Yee said, but I was just listening to Armon Wiggins said on his platform, on her show, that it just got he apologized and he did it just so people to laugh. It wasn't something that he was making fun of the victims. And he said he's not a Diddy supporter. Somebody says like it's about money and the blackmail. He had enough money. He had enough blackmail. Well, he could have got out of anything, and that's what I know if you know it. Okay. But yeah, I did watch his show today on Angela Yee, and he does an amazing job. Let me find out that Angela Yee gonna have him as her co-host. He's doing an amazing job. Amazing job. He's doing an amazing job. And so y'all, I'm gonna come back on the live too, because we got to talk about the whole lawsuit with the Tyler Perry lawsuits and the Tyler Perry stuff. Because I'm watching a little bit of Tasha K interview, so I definitely got to come back tomorrow and talk about this whole Tasha K stuff. Yeah, but Armon did a great job. Now, if you didn't like what Armon did, that's understandable, because we all have our opinions about the situation. Shouldn't have been outside, then maybe it shouldn't have been outside, because people are going to misconstrue it. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're making fun of the victims and stuff like that. And also, too, when you do stuff as a public figure, I remember on my show, I used to do the gunshots, and it was a side effect I used to do on my show. And a viewer hit me up, and she said, Wiley, I don't like when you do the gunshots. I don't like when you do the gunshots because I'm a veteran and it gives me PTSD. So I don't like when you do the gunshots on your show. So what did I do? I stopped doing the gunshot because it fits somebody. And then I did an episode and I was making fun of domestic violence. I was doing a joke and some people was laughing. And one of my day one supporters came to me and said, Wiley, I'm a victim of domestic violence. And I don't like it when you make jokes about that. So I had to take that and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Because when you come on this platform, you do have some way of power because people do listen to what you have to say. So I understand it. But in this instance, he took accountability. Is this going to make him, is this going to be bad for his platform? Is it old for our Wiggins show? No, that's all cap. As long as that YouTube is live, as long as he can go live on this channel and post his people, there will be an Armon Wiggins show. Okay? There will be a Armon Wiggins show. I'm so sorry, Prada. I'm live when Raw was on, but I was like, since I got the room to myself for a little bit, I'm going to come on here and chit-chat with y'all because I got to go and watch Raw myself. Definitely got to go to Raw myself. Definitely got to see what's going on. But then also, too, with Armon, this whole thing with Fuck It Aniva, and I see your comment, what you said about Fuck It Aniva, pretty much begging Claudia to bring back TGIF. He should have just went on and signed the contract. Let me tell y'all something. That whole idea with fucking Aniva, he should have went on and just signed the contract. If he would have signed the contract, they would have been on television. He was just being greedy. Because begging and proposing and all that type of stuff, you should have just went on and signed the contract. Then we won't have to worry about none of that controversy that was going on, Armon on the show, falling out with Al. That would have never came up. It would have just been Claudia, fucking Aniva, and Al Reynolds. But fucking Aniva was getting greedy, and he wanted more money. Okay? It doesn't make sense. All right? So I really don't want to see Claudia. But if people want to see her, I guess. Because she is boring to me. That's just my personal opinion. That woman is boring to me. She is boring. Okay? That's what I got to say. They said Claudia would be a fool to ever work with them again. Just boring. Oh, yeah, I miss y'all too. I've been applying for jobs, y'all. I've been trying to get a job and everything. They got a lot of stuff going on with this whole Medicaid. This new law was passed. They got work requirements, school requirements, volunteer requirements. So it's a lot going on. Then I'm seeing the stuff that's going on in Texas. It's a lot of stuff going on over there. It's a lot of stuff going on. But I thank y'all because y'all always come back. And I appreciate that. Well, again, Congress, they passed a law to put requirements on the programs. and you get what you vote for. You know what I'm saying? I regret my vote. You get what you vote for. It's gonna hurt a lot of people. A lot of people that depend on these entitlement programs. It's gonna hurt a lot of people, and that's just how it goes. And you regret it. You get what you get what you pay for, and stuff like that. You get what you pay for. So in this new bill, if you trying to get Medicaid, you have to have. I think you have to work a part-time job, go to school, or do volunteer work. Okay, that's it. They have work requirements, and I think for SNAP benefits as well. Okay, and it's a lady that's almost disabled or disabled. She was saying that she can't qualify for it, and she got sicknesses and all type of stuff. But they say if you disable, you don't have to do the work requirement. It's not for people that's disabled. So a lot of people are going to be affected. Yes. Some people was hitting me up, said what I have to say about it. I think it's a bad bill. Now I do agree with the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. I agree with that. That's good. I agree with that on that. But the big beautiful bill is not a big beautiful bill. A lot of people are going to be hurt by the bill. A lot of people are going to be hurt by the bill. Yeah, up to a certain limit. It's not unlimited. And which when they put it out there, like I said, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. They make it seem like you could do 300 hours overtime and it won't be taxed. But no, it's only a certain limit. That's something like when they put this stuff out, it sound good, but when you read the fine print, there's only a certain limit. I don't necessarily feel like that's bad, but for people that is sick and can't hardly move and that's trying to get on disability and can't hardly work, they might fall into the cracks. They said people can thank the influencers on social media that have been bragging about their food stamps and subsidies that they are living off of taxpayer funds. They said, hey, I just got here. What Armon do? We were talking about when he went outside and put the baby oil. And I want y'all thoughts. What do y'all think about the Armon Wiggins situation? What do y'all think of? Because I've been having debates about it. I've been in group chats having the debates about it. Behind schedule, group chats, friends calling, speaking to people. What do y'all have to say about the whole ordeal? They said, I thought the backlash was warranted. That's what somebody said in the chat. They said, Wiley, miss you too. Y'all be trying to go live, but I don't be having a room to myself. Room to myself. So you have to do it. I don't like what Milagro said about Armon. She seems bitter. Yeah, she seems bitter. She could have went to the trap. With Milagograms, she can't be bitter with Armon because nobody told her to pick up this baton to say all this bad stuff about Megan Thee Stallion. Nobody told her to do that. She did that on her own accord. Nobody told her to do all that stuff. Somebody said, I thought it was very niggerish behavior, LOL. Nobody told her to do all that stuff. She did it. She did it on her own. They said, in the wrong place, wrong time. I can't do that at my corporate job. Yeah, it should have been outside the courthouse. I would give people that. That should have been, because if it had happened on this show, it wouldn't have been no discussion. It would have been no discussion at all. But Milagro did went in on Armon, but Milagro did a whole lot of stuff. She showed up to the courtroom half naked. Tory Lanez kept walking. She showed her yoni prints. She showed her chest meat. She showed her cleavage, her undergarments. She do all type of stuff. Yes, he was dancing outside. Yes, yes, that's what happened. He was dancing outside in the baby oil. All type of stuff she was doing. All right. That was that Mofolis is not oil. He didn't even acknowledge her. Armon showed up in booty shorts. Armon was just out there having a good time. But it was the wrong thing to do outside the courtroom because people, especially the media, is going to spin a narrative. Going to spin a narrative. They say that's why we need you on StreamYard. I missed that. I know StreamYard is expensive now to use StreamYard. It's expensive, like almost 50, 60 some dollars they want you to do it. StreamYard is expensive. I'm like, I ain't got money like that. Follow him. It was no harm in 10. As the I stood because she knows something. Yeah. I don't think all that attention made him have a big head. I just think like what was his man name? What Carlos King said, Armand just got caught up in the moment. He just got caught up in the moment. Y'all, my lips be all dry and crackling. I'm like, oh Lord. I would say he just got caught up in the moment. So that's how that goes. So I'm gonna definitely keep y'all updated on if something else come up. Definitely. They said put some chicken grease on your lips. Yes. He said Armand was a beautiful chocolate man. They said Armand. They said Armand looked right before the Armand took a little toot right before the verdict. What? Carlos did say Armand was beautiful. Yeah, that's just all that was about it. But it's nothing to make a big fuss about. Armand is handsome. Definitely. But yeah, it was warranted. A lot of people say he could miss out on deals, and maybe he have lost out on a deal or two. Who knows? But he really gained a lot of respect because he came out and he defended the content creators that's out there doing the content. So it's a good thing that he did it. And people can have their bad stuff to say about Armand, but he got it together. He got it together. Get the likes up. What? And y'all, the lady on the Mississippi Mass Choir, she passed away. The lady that was saying this morning when I rose, yeah, I don't have no doubt. She gone on to glory. Gone on to glory. I said, what? She gone on to glory. Yes. I'm like, what the world? But Armand, he did what he had to do. He defended himself, professional apology, and don't do it again. And move on. People, the next news cycle, they're gonna be talking about something totally different. If I'm not mistaken, is Diddy going to court today or tomorrow? Because they trying to get his sentencing They want to do a quick sentencing. The dude for Opal said somebody from Ruthless having issues. I don't watch it. Oh wow, that's tomorrow. So I watched it. That's tomorrow. They were saying that's tomorrow. Yes. But all right, y'all. I'm about to finish watching Raw. I did hear about the new Tyler Perry stuff. Let me say this. I love Tyler Perry. But if it's in any inkling that these rumors are true, Tyler Perry need to pay up. I'm not going to stop watching Tyler Perry because he just programmed for me to just watch him. It's hard for me to say I will not watch him because that would be a lie. But if those allegations is true, pay them people their money. And once you keep hitting them pockets, you will stop. If the rumors are true, I don't know because I wasn't there. I need to read into it more. But this other dude, this new dude that came out, they said it was a settlement for him. But I'm gonna just do some more research before I come with a conclusion. I'm not gonna say too long. I'm telling y'all, I gotta go to a new place. So I'm trying to go live more. But I made sure to stay on top of my mental health, you guys. I go to my therapy sessions, take my medicine, and I'm on top of it. So I thank everybody for their encouraging words. Thank you. Thank you. So I've been on top of it. Absolutely. I definitely need to review this. The worker who is suing Cass Diddy, definitely. I need to review that too. Definitely. So y'all be good out there. I just came on here and chit chat for y'all for a second, just to check in, let y'all know I'm good. It's me and Tasha cool. I haven't talked to Tasha in a long time. Yes, Junior mental health more important than this. Yes, love that you handled that first. Yeah, because that's like the top priority in my life. I have to handle it first. But I definitely got to go live tomorrow and chit chat with y'all. But I came on here. Y'all leave y'all comments what y'all have to say about Armon, and y'all let me know what y'all feel. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. They say you need to talk about wrestling more. Okay, I will, April. That's a good idea. And I will talk to y'all later.